You
So
have suicidal thoughts. Like, bitch, then I don't want it.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that.
They're
I do
trying to
that when I'm
get.
sober. I always share how I did all, those pills
Right.
for better than a decade.
Hmm.
How we recently, have the Delta 8 that was legalized in Texas. And I've noticed I like the person I am where I could still bring down the anxiety and relax my thoughts and just be kind of anxious free with Delta 8, where it's more organic than the synthesized shit. And then
Right.
you have depression like a week or even more, depending on how long your stint was. And you
Right.
can easily overdo it, where on Adderall it'd be over. Average would be 36 hours to 72 on some days.
Mm.
Just you catch that zone in it. But if you just don't have enough, especially if you abuse it, you kind of fuck
Mhm.
yourself altogether. But
Right.
for those people who just take it every day, it's kind of weird. It's like you're not being your true self. I guess it's what people just take any kind of pill they have to take daily. Do they
Hmm.
wonder, I'm not being my true self?
Right.
It's a big struggle to kind of live with.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder sometimes, like I've gotten off. I don't. I take ibuprofen and Tylenol, um, cholesterol meds. Thank God I don't have to take heart meds or any of that shit. But the biggest thing, and I have been on this my whole life. I've been a guinea pig for asthmatics, and I am still on this stuff today. Uh, it, Sometimes I'm conscientious enough to wean myself off, like take half a dose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on, uh, aside from the albuterol, the other two inhalers I use, one's a steroid. Well, they both probably are. They're probably $1,000 a month for those things. And
Jesus.
I pay $3, so that ain't no big deal. But what concerns me is one of my meds, Librium. My doctor gave it to me for to stay off alcohol. You know,
Oh, okay.
and I brought it up. They want me on some shit that in the first sentence they say, "Yeah, you're gonna die," or
Right. Side
commit
effect.
suicide. Yeah.
You have
So
suicidal thoughts. It's like, bitch, then I don't want it.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that.
They're
I do
trying to
that when I'm
get.
sober.
Yeah. But I researched. I went to get my script, and they said we're out of stock. Or I started hearing it, and then I had to start shopping pharmacies to who had it, and then I asked Google, "Where the fuck's my medicine?" And China
I
has it.
knew it. I knew it.
So I'm wondering what's going to happen when I can't get my inhalers. Am I going to Jones or fuck? You know.
We depend on them.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind
Our politicians and
of.
corporations allowed it. We're the generations here to see the aftermath of all the guilt, greed.
Mhm. It
Anyway,
is, man.
let's get this bitch rolling.
All righty.
Hey, y'all. Welcome on to Game Geeves podcast, where we're bringing y'all the fourth episode of Gamer and Outlaw. Gamer, Outlaw, Dad, say hi.
Hey, folks.
So,
Mhm.
where do we lead off today?
Well, you were interested in some of my hitchhiking adventures.
Yes.
I think we should just, you know, I lost my fear of, that's one thing I am so grateful about my early years was I lost the fear of travel.
Mm-hmm.
We've been from Florida to California, back, all, settling in Texas, New Mexico,
Right.
vacations. And I love to travel. If I'm not doing, if I wore out my welcome where I'm at, I'm going to hit the road.
Yeah. Pick up, start again.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah. So, initially, um, out in Cali in 68, 69, 10 or 11 years old, trying to get to the beach. We
Okay.
had the school shut down because of the earthquake and all. And hitchhiking it was cool.
Okay.
So me and my little stepbrother would get out there and head down to Newport or Huntington, get out on the piers and go fishing. So I think I told you one time
Hold
that
up. Hold up. Time
time.
out. So you're hitchhiking with the tackle and the poles?
Yes.
So they just know, okay, we need to drop them off at the beach.
Well, that's a story in and of itself too. But yeah, incidentally, the time I'm leading up to, we had no tackle with us. It was
Oh,
just my stepbrother and I.
okay.
So, this, well, the gentleman that picked us up happened to be a homosexual,
Oh, this
and
is in
or
the
maybe
late
just
60s.
curious. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And he tried to or he asked permission to put his hand on my stepbrother's leg.
He's sitting up front
And
or something, and you're in the back.
yeah, we were all three in the front
Oh,
seat.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like old trucks, the single
like an old
cab.
station wagon is what it was.
Oh,
Old
okay.
station wagon.
Right. And it's still bench seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no sooner than he touched Fred's leg, he came to a stop. I grabbed my stepbrother, and we got out of the car. Now, a rational person would say, "No, I ain't gonna hitchhike no more." You know,
Yeah.
well, that didn't stop me,
What about your
and
stepbrother?
I might have stopped him. Might have stopped him. No, we hitchhiked down to. We were trying to get into Tijuana when we would tell the authorities that eventually picked us up that we were going for firecrackers. You know, uh, and we did. We'd sit there at the border patrol station twice. They'd call Dad. He had to come down from work, pick us up, and
Far
this one
drive.
time uh, from from Orange County to San Diego County, the Mexican border. Yeah, that's a pretty good drive.
Ooh.
But this one time in particular, it was cool because Dad was driving a 64 El Camino at the time, and he brought the whole family, you know, his wife and three other children to pick up my stepbrother and I in an El Camino now.
Mm-hmm.
And he had blankets and pillows and, you know, um, coming back. And we went straight to the drive-in picture show to watch Fantasia. You know, it was,
Y'all went down
it
to
was
Mexico to watch a drive-in movie?
no, he went pick us up at the border. Then we went back up to Orange County to a drive-in and watched Fantasia,
Holy
the
shit.
movie, Disney flick. LSD inspired, you might. Yeah.
Okay, your dad did a lot of LSD too,
No, no,
Grandpa?
no, not no, sir.
Oh, okay.
No, no, he's very opposed to drugs. Yeah.
Mm,
Never understood, I don't guess, my fascination with them or just a
curiosity.
propensity. Yeah, curiosity. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is the easy way to rebel against dad when you just doing drugs, or did you not use that as a tool?
You know, I remember alcohol, I remember me not wanting to have to rely on alcohol. So drugs was easy, yes. Mhm.
Okay,
And grass is harmless, except unless you get caught.
right.
So, and I know dear old dad was worried about me and the law. So, yeah. But, anyways, I ended up alcoholic after all.
Right. It's hard to
And
fight.
I became like that which I didn't understand. You know, we touched on this before. And I have to face this, that's why I got to love my dad, is because I'm following right in his footsteps.
Right.
It's out
Right.
of my control,
Yeah.
how I approach it, how I deal with it is, that's up to me. But there's just certain watershed moments that I see in your grandpa's life and mine that, we're walking the same path, you know, different
Hey,
characteristics.
hey, with the hitchhiking, what's the
Mhm.
longest you've ever gone in a one way trip?
Uh,
You ever do a cross country,
oh yeah,
international?
not international. No, I made it up to Bellingham, Washington. I was on my way to Alaska from Durango, Colorado. I made it all the way up there via California
All the way up the
and so
coast?
forth. Yeah.
And what happened
Yeah.
when you got dropped off in Washington? Did you take a
I
boat?
set, no, I settled in. No, I had to squash I was drinking too much. My idea, they have ferries leaving out of Washington, go up to
Say that again.
Alaska. My job.
No, no, no.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
uh,
Uh, and it'll take you up to Alaska. And my idea was to work my passage off, get a job on deck. But I was incapacitated with the booze. I wouldn't make a reliable hand. So I settled into the homeless community in Washington, Bellingham. Yeah,
how long would a ferry trip be from Washington to Alaska?
probably as long, uh, let me see, probably 2 weeks, safely 2 weeks. Yeah. You go
And
all up the inside passage to Skagway, Ketchikan, Juneau, all up the southeast island chain of Alaska. It's a long way.
I
10,
still, I still remember this dad. It's definitely a dad joke. I still remember the first time you told me the goddamn Juno joke.
huh? And how does that go?
Something about Juneau, the capital of Alaska, something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That was an easy capital to remember back in the
Yep.
day.
Yeah. I've never been there. Um, they
You
tell me
haven't?
it's, no, they tell me it's just an extension of California.
Whoa.
Yeah. All capitals, all
Oh, that
Austin,
yeah, yeah. You think about it like that, yeah.
yeah, Seattle, all in well,
Is Washington a red state?
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Idaho, Montana.
Yeah. Soon as you get off
Um,
the coast,
yeah, yeah.
one state over.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah. So did you have any how about I mean you're kind of taking a risk as it is when you do hitchhike, but did you get
I
any risky stuff?
every time. All right, here's all right. I told you the first story. The next worst thing that happened to me hitchhiking was from San Angelo, Texas to Menard, short trip, 64 miles. And I got in the car. I had a brand new pair of Levi's on. Get in the car in the back seat with two toddlers.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they're drinking Orange Crush in a cup, just stopped at the drive in.
Oh yeah. No sippy
One of,
cups back then
no,
either. Yeah.
and one of those kids spilt that drink in my lap.
Uh
And and that was really the worst stories I can tell there. But
okay. I
all the rest have been a blast, son. They have
really.
been, oh
You
yeah,
ever hit a hitchhike? They happen to be doing drugs. Y'all just take it together and get to where you going?
no,
Never had that?
never, no.
No?
I've had truck drivers buy me a bottle of booze, to get me like up to Montana, or I got a ride up Williston, North Dakota. This truck driver was convinced I could get to work on the pipeline up there.
Hmm.
Oh no, brother. I mean, I was running from the law,
Yeah.
Texas. So no, I had other plans. I mean, I've never gotten one ride. Well, I take that. I got a ride out of Abilene, Texas. Got me all the way to LA. Uh, he lived in Calexico, right
Uh-huh.
down on the Mexican border. And he was, because I was such a good passenger, wanted to take me off into Mexico. And I didn't have ID then. I'm a felon on the run.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. You ain't getting me off in some foreign country. You know, no. But I've always been protected, son.
Did you ever carry with these hitchhikes?
Firearm?
Were you ever strapped, as the kids
No,
say?
no. I carry knives,
Yeah.
but I've never needed any. It's always been good.
Yeah.
Most people that pick you up are looking for company.
True. If they're on a long haul, I would imagine
Yeah,
truck drivers
yeah,
would be
hmm
the
yeah,
most comfortable.
yeah, yeah. Hell, they
Hey,
fed me.
who's the better people? What what vehicle brand picked up the most? Let's say out of Dodge, Chevy, and Ford. Did you ever keep up with that stat? That'd be
No,
a nice experiment.
I
Who's the
couldn't
biggest
even
dicks?
tell you. I couldn't even. I've been in and out of so many vehicles. I couldn't keep a tally this late in the game.
Hey, speaking of which, when I was just running those errands,
Mhm.
I'm down our street. I fucking see this matte black. It's black on black on black. And
Mhm.
I see that low profile. And I was like, oh my, what the hell is a Lambo doing down here? It
Oh,
was golly. That thing
pretty.
was pretty. So what was the best vehicle you recall getting picked up in? Anybody
18
luxurious?
wheelers. Nah, no.
It was
No tip and
always
rides, no Corvettes, no Lamborghinis, 18 wheelers. Yeah,
so it's
18
funny.
wheelers.
You'd have, you know, Probably did you have like rundown vehicles at times, farmers and their trucks?
Um,
What was the kind of person that always picked you up? Did you notice a
male,
trait?
male,
Male,
my
of
age or
course.
older,
Uh-huh.
family, just out, got a job to do,
Mm-hmm.
needed some company. You know, most of them, hell, when I got out of a ride, when I was doing all that running, when I'd get out of a ride, they'd hook me up with money. You know, we never discussed why I was on the road.
It's kind of like a cardinal
Just,
rule.
yeah, you just go from there.
Yeah.
I had one Oscar. He picked me up probably in Weatherford and took me all the way to El Paso.
Mm.
And apparently he had a son that was on the run also. So he
Holy
picked
shit.
up on it real quick.
No way.
Yeah.
What do you mean he
And
picked
I'm
up on
trying,
it? The
he
answers
just,
you gave?
he knew I was evading. He just knew I was on the run. So,
Did you
yeah.
stick to
And
major highways?
yeah,
Interstates?
interstate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The busier, the better. I mean, and there's been times like it seems to me I walked from Fort Collins, Colorado, all the way to Cheyenne, Wyoming in one adventure. Um, yeah. But let me tell you this one little when I did that first stint for breaking out of jail and all,
Yeah.
I when I got out, my girlfriend at the time came to pick me up, had a quarter pound of weed under the seat,
God
my
damn.
jeans, my t-shirt, my boots, and off we went. And in Houston, we pull over, and by then I'm already fucked up. And she told me that the living arrangements were going to be a little differently. I would get access to the other room. And I told her, I said, look, I just need 5 days to get on my feet, you know. And so what I did, I went down and tried to enlist. I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when the recruiter said you got 6 months, you got to wait, I told them I need a job now. That wasn't going to happen. So that evening, that was like on a Friday night, I told Donna, take me to the highway in the morning. She put me out at I-10 West, and I made it to Menard. I got out of prison on Mom's birthday in '79. And so I got to Mimi's, got to
Mm-hmm.
spend Christmas with them.
Right. Because her birthday
And
is 1 week before Christmas.
right.
Okay.
And off again I went, and I made it to Hobbs, New Mexico. There wasn't an interstate, so these are just back highway roads
Jesus,
that
west of
I
San
knew them.
Antone. You
And
did?
I
That's the most
grew up.
boring drive in the world.
Mhm.
West of San Antonio, El Paso, or what's the one before it? It's a pretty decent size. Odessa,
Yeah, Midland, Odessa.
Midland,
Yeah.
yeah. They used to kick our ass in baseball. All them rich ass oil motherfuckers. Hey, I'm curious though with
Mhm.
um your weed situation when you got picked up. How much did a quarter pound of weed cost? The fact that y'all could just afford it like that.
1,200.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was 1,200 a pound.
Oh, for a pound.
Yeah. So it wasn't
400.
something like that, five. So I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. I know, that's how we rolled back then.
Did you ever try peyote? All the time you spent in Southwest? You
Not yet.
never tried it?
Not yet. Ain't been invited. There's a
Ah,
reason. There's a reason I will do it.
right.
And
Okay.
I think I had I got to visit medicine lady up here.
How long ago?
This was in March of 19, 2 years, two and a
Okay.
half years ago.
Yeah.
I'd been real bad on the sauce. And somehow I ended up at this clinic that was headed by a medicine woman
Dr. Quinn.
and something.
You remember that
Um,
series?
yes, yes, I do. Um, but I had a vision. I laid out on a gurney for I don't know how long
A gurney?
on a medical exam table, you know,
Uh-huh. She had a gurney in her
clinic.
being okay. I
Yeah.
thought she wouldn't be any kind of modern. It'd be
No,
all
she had a
okay.
lab coat on and all
Oh,
that.
okay.
And it was told when I got out of prison in 16, one of the sociologists found out on my, when she was checking me out, found on my travel card, it's a card that follows you all throughout prison, just gives you the basics like name, social, TDC number, religion. And on my religion, it's Native American.
Really?
Yes. So she instructed me. She asked, where are you going? I told her Durango. She said, when you get there, look for this medicine lady. And when I first got here, I did. And struck out, blew it off. And I know of some late native chicks up here. I got a sister MIA right now, Navajo lady, Danae. She's a true warrior. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I come to on this gurney, and the doctor or whatever is peeking around the curtain there. And when I came to, I sat up and I said, "You're the lady I'm looking for." And that was the last I ever saw of her.
Really?
And yeah, and from there, I ended up at the hospital here, 10 days under medical coma, medically induced coma, 4 days to recover. They had me on oxygen, walker. And when they told me that that's how I was going to have to live, I got out of that bed, started doing push-ups, started, yeah, I got
Yeah.
healthy real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got to meet my medicine lady, and she left me with something, looked organic. I freaked out when I saw it because there was a syringe there, just a needle point, big ass syringe or needle.
Hmm.
And Millie came in, and well, I didn't show it. Yes. Anyway, I flushed it all. I got scared, got paranoid. What the fuck did they give me? Even a prescription. So I wonder if that may have been peyote. I don't know, but what I do know is the war that was going, the battle that was going on in my mind. It's over. It's over.
Hold up.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're glad you didn't do the peyote at that time?
No, I think that's probably what that was she administered to me. Yeah. I'm pissed off now because I threw the rest of the script away. You know,
What do you do with this? Smoke it? What
I
is
don't
peyote? A
recall.
root?
It's a flower on a cactus.
It's a
It's the
flower.
top flower, as best I can tell.
And then what do you
But
do with it? Crush it?
what was in the bottle looked just like ground up weed. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, looked just like that, but it kind of looked like mushroom. This was black, gray, and whitish color stuff. Maybe you make a tea out of it or smoke it or just ingest it. I don't know.
Mm.
I didn't follow the doctor's orders because I freaked out.
Yeah. Maybe
You
one
know, the whole
time.
situation did, man. Meeting that woman, and I have no idea where it is, how I was transported. I guess by ambulances. I don't know. I don't know. But it required me to make a change, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I'm all about peace now, man. The war's over.
Would you hitchhike today?
If I had
Say
to,
you need to get to South Cali within a couple of days and you had no money for transportation. Would you still go for it today?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah, if
ever
it were,
get into one and then immediately question this
uh-uh,
person?
nope.
Never saw one as like, oh, there's something weird here.
I don't think that, like I said, I'm protected. I travel, yeah, maybe it's just they're afraid of me. I don't know. Most people, they will out front tell me, I don't have a clue why I just stop and pick you up. So, and I assure them I don't mean you no harm. Off we go, you know. Yeah, there ain't no, and I've walked a long, long time, and to the point of, almost wanting to give up.
Oof.
And I've spent nights at roadside parks. Hell, I had in just north of right when you cross into Oklahoma from
Mhm,
Texas on
mhm.
35, a roadside park by that casino gave me a first aid kit to dress my feet. They were fucked up.
Ah, man, like a ultra race, ultra runs.
I walked all the way from Fort Worth to that,
Jesus.
yeah, through Sherman and all. I stopped in Walmart, jacked them for a backpack, trail mix, knife, flashlight, anything, vitamins, anything I could think I needed.
Just
I
walked
walked
out.
in, walked out, threw it on my back, walk out. Nobody ever sees me. I've done that shit 10, 10, 15 times. And I,
Jesus.
yeah.
Never ever
So
somebody call you out on it.
I
Weird
was up
looks.
in, I was up in Steamboat Springs
Is that the
with a
rich
buddy of
people?
mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went into the Walmart, brought out one shopping cart full of camping gear,
Oh
went
shit.
back, drank a beer,
Oh my God.
unloaded it, drank a beer, went back in
Oh
with
no.
another basket. And a little old lady came up to me, sir, did you pay for that? I mean, she put her hand on the basket. I just kept on walking.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
2 baskets.
yeah. Then
Well,
it went.
did you have a vehicle to put that in?
Yeah, my friend had a
Oh,
little
okay.
like a blazer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to when I got to Hobbs, New Mexico, oil capital of the USA. It was dawn. It was getting evening, and it started snowing. And I'm walking along the highway and got my thumb out. I didn't have many winter clothes coming out of Texas, but this Ford pickup with a topper on it pulls over, and this Mexican man gets out and asks me what's going on. He's got his wife and 3 children in the back, and he agrees to get me 14 miles up the road to Lovington.
Uh-huh.
And while they're on their way to church. And on the way, he asked, if I put you up in this motel, you promise to stay the night? And certainly, I had money. I still had the gate money from when I got out of TDC.
Mm-hmm.
I probably had $150 on me, and that went a long way back then.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm in this motel room there, took a shower, getting ready to go get something to eat, I guess, and a bottle. And there's a knock on the door. I opened it up, and there's this gentleman again. And they took up an offering at their church that
Oh
night
shit.
and bring it back to me, man, like $30-40. But, that got me on my, good breakfast. Anyway, it got me on the way. Now, there was quite a bit of snow on the road, but I made it, I don't even, all the way through Lovington. And now I'm heading to Roswell. And so I pick up a ride, but I forget if it was later that, well, obviously it was later that afternoon. I heading up to Ruidoso.
Uh-huh.
Your grandpa has a little establishment there, Riverside Rancho.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decide to get off there. I go inside in the saloon. It's a gas station, restaurant, saloon, dance hall, and then some cabins off to the right. And so I sit down at the bar by the door, cigarette machine here. The bartender looks down at me and, "Can I get you something?" "Yeah, let me have a beer." I sit there. I drank 3 beer. No, on the 3rd beer. Now he's got some guests down at his end of the bar,
Uh-huh.
chatting it up with them.
Probably his normals.
Yeah. And so he comes down for that 3rd beer, and I said, "Excuse me, do you recognize me?" And the light went on, man. "Ricky!" And this happens to be New Year's Day or New Year's Eve.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 79, 80. I mean, it was cool, like the prodigal son,
Uh-huh.
come home or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool little trip. Yeah.
Just that
But
nomadic lifestyle. Carefree on the road.
yeah, I ended up going up to Ruidoso, attended bar during the racetrack and ski seasons and all, but I had cocaine was pretty popular up there at that time, and I wasn't real well. I drank all the time, but wasn't as stupid as I can be these days. But yeah, I got my ass kicked by that cocaine, and me, my dog Rex, after giving all my furniture away to everybody I knew, everything that I'd accumulated up to that point, had a bag, a dog, and my thumb out on the highway. Take me back to Texas.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Hitchhiking is, I can't tell you it's like I say, it's the need to move around for whatever reason. I was, would I do this or that? I'm sorry to say that I couldn't do it for Jim and Mom. I couldn't make it down there for that.
Mhm.
But as far as if I have to, I know I'm protected out there. I got angels everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gonna need it. All those states you always frequented.
Oh man, Montana. I'm waiting. If if the shit hits the fan, we'll probably
Montana.
pack we'll probably pack it up to northwest Montana area, Missoula, Idaho.
Yeah.
There's yeah. If nothing else, they got a shitload of firearms.
Yep. Hold it down.
Yeah. Keep them damn Canadians at bay.
Do they want in Northwest Montana?
No, hell no. No. Ain't no border problem up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. But if I tried to get over, oh man, that time I tried to get in 2000, no, 94,
Uh,
drove up to Alaska, and they pulled me over. They ran my customs and naturalization. They could see by the pickup truck that it was nothing but toolboxes and a new truck at that, but all tarped down and everything. But they, what's your business in Canada? And I said, I start a job in Fairbanks on the 10th, your birthday. And they made sure I had two spare tires, 5 gallons of gas, a pocket full of their money, and I think I had 10 days to get the fuck out of Canada. Don't come back.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
There, we're gonna give you the per diem of these 10 days for you get the fuck out. You have no
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah. No, that was my money. I had to convert American to Canadian.
Right.
Yeah. I sent you some of that when I was up there. I
That
mailed
care
you some of it.
package. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked all the fuck.
That shit's worth more than American now, probably.
Yeah, maybe. What is those lights? Northern lights? What's the proper term?
Aurora
Aurora
Borealis.
Borealis. Yeah. I remember
That's
being fascinated
northern.
with all that shit.
Aurora is northern
What's Borealis? Lights?
lights. Mhm.
What?
Australis Borealis will be the southern
Southern?
lights. Mhm.
Yeah, the Southern
And
Cross with the
mhm,
stars.
yeah.
Ours is what? The North Star, the
Mhm.
Dippers. I can't remember. Can you see? I don't think you can see the Dippers in the Southern.
No,
Yeah.
north of Southern Cross up here.
Right.
There,
Right.
yeah.
The
But they're
axis.
both
But we live
astronomical.
on a flat earth, apparently.
Yeah.
How do you explain that part?
There's a time warp from the east to the west. You
Time
just
warp. Yeah, just explain that. How you can't see a form of stars every day. And then once you cross over that axis, the curvature of the planet is because you no longer see those same stars. You see a new set.
Mm.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
there's some conspiracy theories I refuse to delve into.
hell yeah. Planet Earth
Did we
being
land
flat.
on the moon?
Yeah, I can fuck with that
Uh,
one.
yeah.
Kennedy.
I don't know about um, what I do know is we did land on the moon.
I believe it. I do.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Pops. Well, I gotta do something with this cat. He probably walked in and out of frame at least 50
Let me
times.
scratch him. Come here, puppy. Let me scratch you back.
He is just pacing back and forth. I need to give him some food, probably.
All right,
You
Tiger.
see why I just given him some petting before. I was scared of this, and yet 10 minutes isn't a long enough time.
He wants all your attention.
Yeah, piece of shit. Keeps scratching. Probably got so much fur on this bitch. So let me get out of here, Dad. Thanks for
All
the
right.
hitchhiking stories.
Yeah, I got a bunch more.
Okay.
I
Well, there's
got a bunch
always next two
more.
weeks. You just
All
work
right.
up your next episode,
Yes, sir.
and I'll do the editing.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks for watching. And as always, I say peace.
Amen.
And so does he. Huh, Poo Poo? You're a bad boy today.